between Wasting from Cordova High and Pulse. I want to thank our sponsor, Mob Crush, for helping make this season possible. My name is Toxic Gerbil, and joining me for this series will be Navik.
We have casted how many times together now, and you always seem to mispronounce my name
I
every
always want
single
to say
time.
Navak,
It's
like a soft A,
it's just Navuk.
or like a hard A.
It's like
Navak.
Navuk, you know?
Navak.
No,
Yeah.
no, just Vuk. Navuk.
Yeah, I know Navik.
All right. Yeah, getting into this game,
Yeah.
we are gonna have a mature Link and
Mature Link,
DDD.
Uh-huh.
What do you think about this matchup?
I think it's pretty good for Link. DDD has a really hard time getting around swords. He has no strong disjoints of his own. His sort of best move in the neutral, I feel, is, besides the Gordo, like his best aerial, is that neutral air, and that neutral air just has a really hard time getting through projectiles. So it is definitely a rough matchup for DDD, especially when he can't really play that projectile game with the Gordo, because Link just does it better. We do see
Good
the
reads coming out from
DDD
Pulse.
using the Inhale as like a reflector here, though, which is one thing he does have going for him in the matchup.
Yeah, the Gordo is also a bit of a risk, because if he mistimes it and a projectile gets hit, then the
Yeah,
Gordo
definitely.
can very quickly turn against him there, working as a double agent, just like Pulse is making those boomerangs and arrows work as double agents against Wasting.
Yeah, one thing the Gordo is really good against Link is that sticking a Gordo on the ledge, as we get an SD from Wasting here,
That looks like it was an
unfortunately.
accident.
Yeah. They're just back into it, I guess, yeah. Gordo being able to stick, or DDD being able to stick Gordos to the ledge, Link, a character with a pretty laggy up B, means that he really wants to recover to the ledge most of the time. So if DDD can get Link off stage and then deny that option, it can lead to some really good gimps or rack up a lot of damage for the DDD.
Yeah, and again, the risky each time he pushes it. A good read coming out from Pulse there, getting some damage in, tossing the Gordo. It's not going to be able to find it. Wasting, that doesn't go through the ledge, my friend.
Yeah, despite the SD, Wasting being incredibly ahead this game, SDing and still being up 80%, just doing a really great job of keeping Pulse out with these projectiles and landing those solid smash hits when Pulse does get in.
Yeah, Pulse is doing a good job now kind of adjusting, but as I said that, like I said earlier, that Gordo is...
Gordo's just coming back to his
again,
face every
yeah.
time.
It's a bit of a baseball game, right?
Yeah, Wasting playing a very slow camp, not really approach, forcing Pulse to come to him, and then just always putting a hitbox in Pulse's face every time he starts to walk up. It's incredibly hard for the DDD to play this matchup right now.
It's definitely not looking too great for Pulse, but with that SD, it's looking a lot better than it could be. 100% on the
Yeah,
Wasting,
definitely could be much
100%
worse,
on
for
Wasting
sure.
now, 100% in kill zone.
Honestly, fairly even percents. You know, a raged up DDD can really do some damage to a Link at 100, and on the flip side, DDD obviously in kill percent means that the percent lead difference might be a little deceptive, because we sort of are in a first solid hit gets a stock situation here, even though it might not look like it at first glance.
It definitely is a lot better for Wasting to get the stock, though, because knocking DDD
It
out
is.
with that rage mode is obviously going to make his knockback even weaker. So
And he
now,
does get it there, fishing for that up smash, he does land it, and now he is getting a solid lead, building up this extra credit, forcing all of the projectiles into Pulse's face, getting 50% already. Pulse really not even that close anymore to getting the kill. It's a really hard comeback, and DDD, not a character really known for making comebacks happen either.
No, not the greatest one at making comebacks happen, and he's going to give it a good shot, though, here. The Gordo comes out, does connect after the air dodge, keeping him on the edge. Another Gordo coming out, trying to slow it down. The forward smash looking like it was going to try and connect there, but of course it got cancelled out. The reflector... Again, it's a weird one, right? Because like we were saying, there's not much
Yeah.
DDD can do, but he can just bounce projectiles back.
Yeah, when I was gonna say when DDD was still at 60 and he had Link off stage, it was definitely doable if he got the kill right then, but he didn't. So it's definitely looking very bad for the DDD here. He does manage to find that kill finally with the dash attack. The Link at 170. When you're that big body character, you don't want to be finding your kills at 170. You have the kill power. You want to be getting these early kills and taking more than your opponent, but still coming out on top. And we just have not seen that from Pulse this game, as he keeps eating projectile and smash after smash, just unable to find a way in on Wasting's Link. as Wasting does find the up smash that will secure game one. Effectively a 2-stock with the SD.
Yeah.
Just solidly played from Link. Very slow, very methodical. Just always placing hitboxes right in Pulse's face and never letting Pulse fight back, really.
Yeah, that is definitely the case at the moment. They're not letting Pulse fight back. I mean, Pulse had a couple good openings in those situations, but he just was not able to find the kills. Even on the extremely high kill percentiles, it just did not occur.
I might want to see Pulse take Wasting to a flatter stage. It looks like a lot of the damage he ended up taking was from up smashes and swords just extending through platforms and Wasting almost using them as a ceiling where DDD can't approach from. So if you take him somewhere like Kalos, somewhere like FD, he won't have that advantage, and it should open up some more approach options for Pulse to approach with.
I'm thinking Yoshi's Island.
Yoshi's Island Brawl?
Go 100%.
You want to have the entire map be a ceiling now?
Yes. It's the whole thing.
Why?
Because why not? You got the weird angles for the Gordos. Some weird stuff could happen. Like, you never know. Geometry. I mean, if you're a DDD main, right, you better have ace geometry.
Yeah.
Like,
I don't know, I feel like Pulse just really wants to go in above Link, and Wasting has really done a good job of always having a hitbox above him and keeping Pulse out. And I feel like if you put that platform over the whole stage...
Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying it would be a good pick, I'm just saying it's the pick that I want to
see.
see.
You just want to see it. Yeah, that's fair. There's the good pick, and then there's the mango pick, you know?
Yeah.
Here's the one for the people.
The people's pick.
The people's pick, yeah. And it does seem like they are taking their time to think about what stage they're going to end up going to. As they are still picking here. We'll be getting into the next match pretty shortly as they get it all figured out.
Yeah. And I'm sure they will get it figured out. It's definitely going to be interesting to see what they end up picking. Because there is a lot of thought that goes into the stage.
Yeah. Definitely stages not as important as they were in previous iterations of the game, but still very, very important for most matchups in this game. The platform layout as well as the blast zone layout can make a very big difference. I don't actually know all like the blast zone distances on all the stages, so I'm not positive on like which is the best stage for DDD to take a Link to, but typically big-bodied, heavy-hitting characters
Yoshi's
like DDD
Island
prefer stages with smaller blast zones because it means they can keep getting those kills that much earlier. And on the flip side, their opponents have a hard time getting those early kills on them just because of their weight and their size, despite how close the blast zones are. So characters like Ganondorf, Bowser, DDD, all really like taking their opponents to those small, close quarter stages where they can get those really early kills at like 60%.
Yeah, and we will be going into match number 2 now. I'm very curious to see what they picked.
Yeah, me too. We've been talking a lot about it here, as we get a no character swap, so it is just a different stage. And
Final destination.
I'm a genius. We see FD, a stage with no platforms to help Pulse approach from above more.
Now you know what? They don't. This is why you're the analyst, because. I mean, look, I was gunning for Yoshi, right? Like,
you really wanted that Yoshi.
I was sure about it. The people wanted to see the geometry picks, but of course, maybe we'll see.
Not a people's champion.
And the SD coming out from Wasting already 17% on the post is huge here. This is a big lead, but again, that does so much damage.
Yeah, put him in the blender. Oh, just tearing up the DDD's percent.
50, what was that, 40% in one move?
Yeah, it's definitely something for sure.
It's impressive, especially for a medium weight character that Link is.
Yeah, definitely. Link just still fishing with all these hitboxes above him. It is going better for Pulse. He is landing more hits than he was before. A lot of full hops coming out from him. Maybe I'd like to see some more short hop aerials, trying to space some aerials against Link. have just less telegraphed approaches could definitely help him. Could definitely help Pulse get in. He just keeps eating repeated up smash after up smash. It's incredibly hard for him to get in when there's just these giant sword hitboxes, and Pulse really isn't paying that much attention to like his specific spacing.
Yeah, the spacing at the moment comes in here, but slowing down those Gordos and using them more as a defensive wall than an offensive projectile is definitely seeming to pay out for him. Trying to get it to drop there. Yeah. Wasting is going to find another, or Wasting is going to lose another stock there. Just
not getting high enough.
Yeah, so FD, probably a good stage pick. SD on the FD.
Well. Yeah, it's going well at least for now.
And that's going to be game 2 going towards Pulse.
DDD with the strongest F smash in the game, letting it be known, killing his opponent after the hit connected. Link was at 68%.
Yeah, that was...
I don't even want to know what Link was at before that hit, but
I think he was at 15.
Yeah, Link, in sort of a catch-22 there, he got up from ledge and shielded right into the slightly charged S smash. If you hold shield, your shield is gonna break, and DDD is gonna get a full charge smash. And if you let it go and you don't get the parry, that's gonna happen, and you're gonna die at 15 or however much he was at. And all of a sudden, a few bad recoveries and one really good read later, we're all tied up in the set count. It is 1-1, and we have a match on our hands.
That is incredibly close.
Yeah. I don't really know what stage we're going to go back to. Probably going to see some sort of tri-plat. I think Yoshi's Island would be a great pick for Wasting here. I definitely agree. Yes, or some sort of tri-plat. Just go back to what worked so well game 1 for Wasting. So we're getting into it a lot faster here, and we're going to see what stages they picked.
3, 2, 1.
We're going to Castle Siege. And if you had told me that the next game would be on Castle Siege, I would have told you I thought this was DDD's counter pick.
Yeah.
You do have the platforms for Link to really get that projectile game going with, and the slope can help make it awkward for DDD to approach. But if you thought F Smash killed early on FD, F Smash is just going to be way earlier on Castle Siege. I would bet that if you got a second of charge on an F Smash, it would kill at 0 on this stage if you're by the ledge as DDD. An incredibly scary pick for Link to opt into. It does seem to be working out though, as he does have the percent lead. But when the Blast Zones are this close, the percent lead might just not end up mattering, really.
It definitely actually might. I'm gonna be honest. I've never seen this map be played in a competitive environment. And
that's what I was talking about. DDD dying at 120 to an F smash.
Yeah.
Link dying at 60 to a dash attack.
Yeah, it's. If I was Wasting in this situation, wouldn't have been my map of choice.
It would not have been my map. It would have been, if I was Pulse in this situation, it would have been my map of choice. Really a miracle pick for Pulse here. But it does come at the cost of this projectile game for Link being so hard to contest. Wasting having so much trouble getting in from above. Pulse having so much trouble getting from above. If Wasting can keep control of this bottom area, it just makes it that much harder, because then the only way to get in is from above, and we've already seen Pulse has a hard time with it. But that F smash there had my heart pounding a little bit, because Link was dead if that hits.
Yeah, so that's the other thing about weird ramps, right? And this is why I enjoy Yoshi's in this matchup, which I know I was kind of joking about before.
Yeah.
But on weird angles, DDD's F smash just feels so much larger because of how the game renders where it hits.
Yeah, it's some really wonky stuff.
Yeah, so it disjoints it more. And that's gonna be
dash attack, killing so early again, and all of a sudden, Pulse is making the comeback. He's in the lead here after just destroying 2 of Wasting's stocks.
You say so early. Wasting was at 91%.
Fair enough. Yeah, I mean that's
pretty late
compared to the
DDD.
other stocks he might have been taking.
I mean that's
9. You're never sad about taking. I guess you are right. It's not so early, but you're never sad about taking a stock at 90 for sure.
Oh, the
As
bomb
that
from the
bomb-
Gordo. The Gordo bounced the bomb towards him. The F smash.
Not the strong hit, but still really close to kill.
I mean, it all comes down to a dash attack now.
Yeah. Yeah, Link, as much as I really hate to say it, definitely in kill percent here in this matchup on this
Oh, now
stage.
100%.
For sure,
There
now,
it is.
the weak
There
hit
is the game.
of the F smash will take it, and Pulse will come through and take the set 2-1 over Wasting. Just a really mind-boggling pick from Wasting. I really don't want to like flame, but I really think he kind of threw away the match there. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah,
Almost
little bit.
any other, not even almost any other stage, I have my money on the Link in this matchup. But on Castle Siege, I might favor DDD, and definitely shows.
Yeah, and I mean that's about it. What an end.
Yeah, dude, I'm sort of at a loss for words. The gameplay just speaks for itself there.
Yeah.
Wait, Pulse just playing the stage really well, getting those kills, not dying that early himself, and he is able to close it out and take the set 2-1. Congratulations to him.
Yeah.
So that is it for the Alaska region. Thank you all for tuning in to EGFH Season 3. We had Pulse taking the set 2-1 over Wasting. And once again, you can follow us at official EGF on Twitter and on Twitch for updates and announcements. And I would like to once again thank our sponsor, Mob Crush, for helping make this season possible. If you enjoyed it, I have been Toxic Gerbil. You can find me on Twitter at toxic_gerbil.
And I have been, and yeah, and thank you all again for coming and listening. I've been Cavanavic I should be able to pronounce my own name. And you can find me on Twitter at NavicCast, and like Gerbil said, at Toxic Gerbil for himself. They're both on the screen now. And thank you all for tuning in.
Mm-hmm. Make sure to tune in tomorrow for, what is it tomorrow? Rocket League?
We have Rocket League tomorrow.
Yeah, so make sure to tune in for that. Really great game, exciting stuff, and we'll see you tomorrow.